This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
All right, AGG, how are you? How you holding up after the loss there, and what's the mentality here of the team now this week?
No one likes to lose, but I feel like we all took it pretty well. We knew it was going to be a fight going into it, so just to come out with a loss sucked. But we know we have a lot more this week, so we're going to come out. Everyone seemed to be pretty excited on Sunday. Just to come in and just watch the film and just know we went wrong. So we're just coming into this week with a lot more aggression, a lot more passion. Hopefully we can get the win.
How important is this game, knowing what's coming next with UVA and BYU, or BYU then UVA, and a couple tough opponents coming up?
It's definitely an important game. We want to get that. We want to get to that sixth win, but. The next two teams after that, I don't feel like they're anything we can't handle either. Of course, they're really good teams, but, I feel like as long as we prepare, we can play with anybody.
How much pressure is it on the offense to go out there and have to score in a game like that on the way that it unfolded this past week?
Not necessarily pressure. We expect to score anyway, so if we felt like it was something we were supposed to do, there's times we couldn't, kind of wasn't like us. We get all the way to the goal line and can't score, and then there's a bunch of other things. That last drive, we got in the end zone, but it's kind of late. So I feel like we just have to work to prepare more this week and just make sure we can punch it in whenever we can.
Given how things went last year at UMass, does this team have a little more edge coming into this game and wanting to go out there and get that one back, so to speak?
Oh yeah, we definitely shouldn't have lost the game last year. So. It was a really good game. It was basically a shootout game, fight the whole time. But I feel like this year we'll have that edge.
You guys might be going a little bit more warp speed this week. How much does that benefit the offense?
We move fast. The other teams are tired. They can't get plays in. We've seen directly just coming off the sidelines. I'm like, Coach, they literally are asking what the play is. Like, they have no idea what's going on. So I love warp speed. It helps us to move a lot faster as offense, and slows them down a lot to where they can't even get set.
When you look at a game like this where UMass can put up some points, kind of reminiscent of the past few years when the offense had to put up a lot of points, are you guys expecting to have to do the same thing by scoring most every possession in order to make sure you guys come out with a win?
Like I said before, we expect to score every possession anyway, but I feel like our defense will come out this week, hold them to it.
Do you guys feel like you owe them one after last year, kind of letting that one slip away late in the fourth quarter?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm excited for this game. I can't wait.
You went up against Isaiah Rogers last year, the cornerback, correct? What do you remember about that battle, and have you been able to see what he's done on film this year to know, how you stack up against him?
Last year was a good game. I mean, that was one of my better games, against any corner. But he's a great player, so we just we'll watch film later today after study hall. And we just have to see. I've actually been talking to him a little bit, though, so it's kind of weird. Like, we talk on Instagram. We follow each other, so we just have small conversations here and there. We're both excited for the game, so we're both ready to go.
Last year, the back shoulder and that fade route seemed to work well for you guys. Is that something where, he probably is expecting that you're going to try something different to beat him?
He might be expecting it, but he can. I don't think he really can, lean on that too much since if he watches film, because he sees we do a lot of different things now, so... there might be times where he might not even be on me. It might be somebody else. So I guess we'll just have to see.
How much has Noah's addition into the lineup helped you out? 'Cause it seems like Noah, even though he really wasn't involved in the offense this past week, he's able to, garner some respect on the outside because of his size.
Yeah, he can. He's a bigger body guy, so, like myself. He can make plays, So I feel like a lot of teams they can't really play it one-sided. They have to respect him, as much as they respect every other receiver. So it's definitely good, and the fact that he can make plays is incredible.
How much would you say the offense has evolved since week one? Obviously, getting shut out, it's you've come a long way. But in what ways would you say that the offense has really improved since then?
Just overall togetherness, just the intensity, just coming to the sidelines and just talking and just, being aware of things and just communicating with the coaches. Having Coach Freeze on the sidelines is also really nice. We could just talk to him and I ask him I'll come to the sideline, I'm like, hey, Coach, what are you thinking? So I can kind of be prepared to know like that. So and just work ethic, really. Like our linemen, you see them, they're running downfield, they're excited, so it's fun, and I'm enjoying our offense right now.
I kind of had a laugh on the sideline this past week when you did the one-handed catch again, and Noah Frith, I think it was, came up to you. It's like, how do you even do that? Like, it's do you surprise yourself sometimes, or even amaze yourself when you go back and watch these things?
I practice these things a lot. Like I actually do this a lot in practice, like whether it be warm-ups or like just messing around just to try to get it down. So I've been doing it for a few years now. I just haven't had the opportunity to make the plays. Now, is it still surprising? Yes, just to be in a position in the game to where it does come that way. But it's fun. Like after it happens, it's kind of like a surreal feeling. I'm like, dang, like the ball just stuck to my hand. I caught it, but it's fun. But a lot of people like they don't see. I actually practice it a lot.
There are a handful of NFL scouts at the game Saturday. Did any of them come up to you and talk to you about your performance and what they want to see out of you at the next level?
Not directly, but I know they did communicate with some of my coaches, just other people on the sidelines. But I saw them there, but I try not to pay them too much attention. Kind of makes me, just make sure I stay locked in.
As an offensive player, do you get a little extra juiced when you play a team that has struggled defensively this year and has given up a lot of points?
Kinda. It's exciting because we know we can put up a lot of points. It's just how we're gonna do it. But we're excited to go into every game. But definitely a team that gives up a lot of points. We like to score a lot of points, so definitely licking our chops with that one.
Has this been the year for you that you expected? Are you living up to what you thought you were capable of doing this year?
Honestly, I'm past my expectations. I didn't expect this at all. I expected to have a good year just because I knew I was going to work hard, but right now it's going a lot better than I planned.
What were your expectations?
I just wanted to have at least 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure I'll get that one, just to help the team in any way possible. Just as far as stats-wise, that's what I wanted. But, just to help the team, and I feel like they've been using me in a lot of different roles. They've been bringing me in motion this year. They put me in a slot. They have a lot of different things for me to do on the outside, too. So, before I was just kind of like a go route guy, kind of like a intermediate route, like a hitch guy. So, slant. But it's been cool to just to, expect those type of things and have them totally change that around and do a lot of different things with me that I never even expected.
It's safe to say through 9 weeks of the college football season, 8 on the field for you guys, you didn't expect to be second in the nation in receiving yards?
It's something I've wanted, but I didn't expect it, honestly. I'm going to be honest with you.
You talked about talking to their corner on Instagram a little bit. I don't know if you can really accurately answer this question, but it feels like that it's kind of different these days in athletics and in football especially. I mean, in football in the past, I feel like it's been kind of guys were bitter enemies going into the week. Yeah. But, it seems like now everyone's kind of – there's even maybe just a mutual respect or admiration for one another. Is that accurate, you think?
Absolutely. It's actually funny because I talked to number 10 from what team was that? I talked to number 10 from no, not this past week. Number 10 from the team that the FSU quarterback was on. Hampton. I talked to number 10 from Hampton like every week. And we talked right after the game, but the corner from ULL. I talk to them all the time too. So I guess it's just, you kind of have to have that mutual respect for one another. You see somebody, you see a good player, you can't really, there's no reason to down them. It's always like we all want to make it to the top and we all want to make it to a certain place. So I feel like everybody, wants to help be an encouragement in that process. And all these guys are honestly, like, they're good guys. Like, I even talk to them on the field sometimes. Like, we'll laugh and joke around. So it's been pretty cool this year. I've enjoyed it.